Hey guys, it's Danny Bell. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are Animal Crossing and restarting for the 3.0 update, and I'm so excited, you guys, because it's been a minute since we've restarted an island for Animal Crossing New Horizons. And let me know in the comments, are you guys restarting your islands for the 3.0 update? Do you have a Switch too? Let me know in the comments because I always love to hear from you guys. I'm so excited to see Timmy and Tommy back behind the counter at the airport, and I've got a lot of ideas for this island. I know usually we have a lot of really big plans for what we're going to be doing theme-wise for a new island, and it's going to be a little bit different this time around. I have a lot of thoughts pertaining to this only because I've done a lot of research pertaining to what this 3.0 Animal Crossing update is going to look like, how that's going to affect the theme of our island. Usually I go into it with a lot of big ideas for one very specific theme. If you watched, we did a really fun reaction video for the 3.0 update information and announcement, so if you missed that, be sure to check it out after this one. It was a lot of fun. The 3.0 update is going to drop on my birthday, January 15th, so what better way to celebrate than to be able to get lots of fresh Animal Crossing content than on my special day, so I'm really excited for that. So can't wait to kind of check out some of the new features in the game. One of the things I'm really looking forward to is having new island space to decorate on for the new Slumber Island feature that is going to be added into the game, as well as the hotel. So we'll talk a little bit more about that going forward, but you guys, my husband is legit the best because for an early birthday / Christmas present, he got me a Nintendo Switch 2, and I feel so thankful, you guys, because I hadn't gotten one yet. I was really kind of on the fence. It was one of those things that even though I was really intrigued by having a new Nintendo Switch 2 console, they are really pricey, and until we had news about any new updates for Animal Crossing or a new Animal Crossing game, I was kind of holding out, and when we got this information and this news about the Animal Crossing 3.0 update, he surprised me with this new Nintendo Switch 2. So shout out to him and a huge thank you because I'm really excited to get on this new journey and start a new island. All right, let's check out some of our map layout options. So, okay, I'm going to try not to be too picky here because naturally we're going to be doing terraforming and changing things up a little bit, but we'll have to take a closer look at some of our options to try to decide of these 4 islands which one is going to be a really good bet for our island. Let's take a look at number 1. All right, I'm definitely not a fan of the double front river mouth. I don't know what it is. I've had a double front river mouth for an island previously on. We've watched the Cozybelle journey. That was definitely a challenge having both river mouths in the front of the island, so we're going to skip that one. Option number 2, it looks like, oh, it's kind of nice that we have the plaza almost in line with the airport. That's definitely a plus. And it does have a really nice, huge peninsula, which is always fun to be able to decorate with. So this is definitely a contender. I'm kind of loving that. But for this particular island, I was kind of looking for a peninsula over on the right side of the map. So we'll say maybe on this one, but let's look at the next one. Okay, map number 3. This one, oh, that is a very phallic looking pond there on the back side of the island. I'm kind of loving that the secret beach is off to the right side. I don't think I've ever had an island with a secret beach off to the right, so that's definitely a plus. I like that the river mouths are on opposite sides, and yeah, not too bad. So this one is definitely a maybe as well, but yeah, we'll see. Let's take a look at the next one to see what we have. All right, option number 4. Ooh, okay, I'm kind of loving this island that we have in the middle. Now, obviously, having an island in the middle, we can always terraform that out if it's something we're not interested in the end. But I kind of love that little island. It's pretty cute. I love that the peninsula is a pretty decent size off to the right, and I love that the secret beach is on the right side of the island. So what do you guys think of options 1, 2, 3, and 4? I'm definitely not going to choose 1. I don't like the double front rivers, so 1 is out. I think for me, it's probably between options number 2 and 4, just because I really do like having the larger sized peninsulas, but I kind of like the fact that the secret beach and the peninsula are on the same side for number 4, and I love the island, so I'm thinking let's go with option number 4, and I think if we decide we want the little island in the middle, it is kind of fun to keep some of the original terraforming for an island, so I think, yeah, let's go with option number 4. I think that's going to be a good one for this island. So let's go with this one and we'll dive in and hopefully we'll get a really great airport color. I mean, truth be told, that's really the one thing we can't change. I tend to be pretty flexible about that, but I haven't had a blue airport in a while, so a blue airport would be pretty cute. I do have some ideas for themes for an island, but we'll get into that as we dive in and head over to the island, and I'll kind of let you guys know what I have in mind and why, because we have a lot to discuss in this episode. It's definitely going to be different than what I normally do for an island theme just because of the circumstances surrounding the 3.0 update, so we'll get into that after we land. But as far as fruit goes, hopefully it's something cute. I definitely have had peaches recently, so I won't be sad if we don't get that. Apples are always a plus, but yeah, let's fly over and see what we get. You know me, I definitely just would like to get at least one cute villager. Definitely no angry eyes. You know me, I have a no angry eyes policy. Oh my gosh, look, it's oranges. You guys, it's oranges. Okay, that's really cute. I'm loving that so far. All right, let's see what color airport we get, and hopefully we get at least one cute villager. You never know. I can't wait to see who we got. Ooh, a green airport. I love that. Okay, we can work with a green airport. You know, it's not my top fave. I would have probably preferred blue or maybe orange, but you know, that's okay. Green is all right. It's not the worst. And I feel like green goes really well with oranges if we ever did a tropical island in the future with this. But, oh, who do we have for village? Oh! Oh my gosh. Okay, really? Like, why do we always get at least one with the angry eyes? What is it with the angry eyes? I don't know. It's like the universe just hates me when it comes to that. Like, what? And I swear, I think we had Biff before when we did Maple Bell. A couple of years ago, we had Biff as a starter, and you know, I've got to say, I've heard from some of you before that Biff is not the worst starter in the world, but I've got to say, like, we'll give it a go, all right? He's probably not going to stay anyways, but I'll tolerate him this time. The angry eye is probably not going to stay long term, but we'll give him a chance. And hey, Cherry is really cute, so I feel like that's a serious win because she's totally adorable. I wouldn't mind having her, honestly, because I feel like she's a really cute, edgy villager. I really love her vibe. We had her on our City Core Island Honeybell before, and she had a skate shop / skating ramp sort of build for her house, and I really liked her. So I would consider having her for a little while. All right, we have some chores to do, so we're going to kind of run through this first part of the storyline together just for fun, and then we'll kind of discuss what we envision for this island. I really am excited to share a new island with you guys. I hope you are too, and of course, always, I love to hear from you guys. Pop in the comments what you all are working on right now for your islands, because I do love to hear from you. I have been combing through some of the island tour requests, and I'm really excited because I'm wanting to put together something really special towards the end of the year this year to kind of share what everyone has been up to surrounding the channel and our community. And so I'm coming up with a really fun, unique way to kind of work together as a community to show off what you guys have been up to in a really special way. All right, let's take a look at the digs here and check out what our villagers have been up to. I know we're gonna have to place their tents, but for now, I think I'm gonna plop our tent on the beach, and we'll have to put their tents probably on the beach as well. I like to do that just to save space so that we can get to decorating as soon as possible. And it definitely saves on bells to not have to keep moving everyone's tents and houses around as much. So we're going to go ahead and put our tent down, and then we'll help them. But while we're doing that, let's kind of talk about themes and decorating. As I was saying, this 3.0 update for Animal Crossing New Horizons has completely shaken our community. I know that probably those of us that have been literally waiting years for any sort of update news or a new title for the game, I know that a lot of us were kind of expecting that when the Nintendo Switch 2 dropped that we were going to be getting a new game. So there might be some disappointment on some people's ends that we're not getting a whole new game, at least at this point. I'm personally excited that we get to still keep playing New Horizons. I'm hopeful that this update is not completely disappointing. It sounds like there's going to be a lot of really great things incorporated into it, although there is still quite a bit of mystery surrounding what it's actually going to look like. I know that when I watched the trailer, I was really super excited about a lot of the things that they announced. It definitely was more than I expected. I was kind of just expecting a lot of like the crossover collabs with the new furniture and things like the new villagers that they're introducing with the crossover for Splatoon and Zelda, which is going to be really exciting. But things like adding the Captain Hotel and adding the decorating feature, it's a lot like Happy Home Paradise. So I'm I'm thinking things like that for the free update that are included. I think it's great that they're going to be giving us that for free. It's just a lot of extra decorating space that's right on the island, which is fun. But it's really not a whole lot different than Happy Home Paradise. So I guess for anybody that has not paid for that DLC is going to have that experience for free, which is amazing. But the thing I'm most excited about are the slumber islands that we're going to be able to decorate, which is basically what we've been wanting all along here for Animal Crossing, is just more space to be able to decorate on. I think because there's still a lot of details that are missing surrounding some of the new features that are going to be in these slumber islands. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out when the 3.0 update drops on January 15th. So that being said, it's definitely going to have a huge effect on what I choose for our theme for this island. It's going to make things complex. So I did a little bit of research pertaining to these slumber islands. They are going to be different than just an actual new island. Obviously, there's going to be some limitations and a little bit of freedom as well. So that is going to make things interesting. I love the idea of having very selective and very focused themes for my islands. And one of the things I really detest is having to go all the way through the entire storyline to get to that, to have to unlock a lot of the features like redecorating villager homes and spamming through Happy Home Paradise. Just to be able to do that is really frustrating. I really dislike having to unlock things like terraforming and adding bridges and inclines, and it sounds like a lot of that stuff is going to be readily available for us as soon as we're able to go to those slumber islands, so that is definitely going to be a perk. Bro, you know I am going to make you put your tent on the beach, right? Like, don't even think about it. You know you're not going to put it here, right? I swear, my toxic trait is that I have to have control over where these villagers put their houses. It's not okay. Yeah, man. No, I'm going to put it over here on the beach for you. So sorry. So sorry. I'll find a spot for you. Yeah. We're good. I love the idea of being able to adjust the daytime weather. All of those sort of things are going to be very nice for doing very focused and on-point themes for the slumber island. So I'm very excited about that. It's going to be great having the ability to have friends come over and decorate to help. So if you're looking to do some sort of collab with friends and things like that for those slumber islands, I think that's going to be a lot of fun for those of us that are very social and enjoy decorating with our besties. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. The drawbacks, though. So when I was looking on Wikipedia to get a little bit more information, here's the thing. Now, even though we're going to have a few different size options for these islands, they're basically going to be pretty plain. So when we launch in, there's going to be things missing. We're not going to have main buildings. There's not going to be an airport. There's not going to be resident services. There's not going to be a pier. And I don't believe there's going to be a native flower that we normally get when we fly into an island for a brand new space like this. So this is definitely going to be interesting. The other thing that's odd for me is we're not going to have villagers that we can amiibo in, at least not from what I can tell. If you've heard something different, let me know in the comments, but everything that I researched, it doesn't sound like we're going to have villagers that we can amiibo in. We can invite existing villagers from our current main island. And the other question I'm wondering that I still haven't been able to find information on is custom design slots. I'm not 100% sure yet at this point if the custom design slots we have used on our main island are going to be the same ones that transfer over to these slumber islands, just like it is on Happy Home Paradise. Looks like we need to collect some fruit for Tom here and some sticks so that we can go ahead and get our bonfire going. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab that. All right, what were we saying? Oh yeah. So pertaining to the slumber islands, I think that the other thing I'm really curious about is how the custom design slots are going to work. I haven't been able to find any information to confirm whether or not the custom design slots that we currently have on our main islands are going to be shared with the slumber island design slots, or if we're going to have extra ones added or different ones that we can use specific to those islands. It's all sort of a mystery to me. Now, if you've heard information about this, please let me know. I honestly have not been able to find anything thus far, so some of these details may not be revealed to us until the actual update in January. So that's definitely going to have a lot to do with how I theme this island, because our goal is to get through the storyline to unlock all of the things that we're going to need for all of the goodies that are ready for the 3.0 update. So, that being said, if it is like Happy Home Paradise, where you have the same amount of custom design slots and you basically only have access to whatever designs you have on your main island, that means any very specifically themed islands we do for these additional 3 slumber islands, if we change those custom design slots out for that theme, it's going to also change that on our main island. That means we would have to change our custom design slots out on our main island to be able to use the ones we want for that specific theme on that slumber island. So I'm not really sure how that's going to work. To me, what that means is when you're making your main island, you have to be pretty flexible, at least until you're done working on that slumber island and creating that dream address to save or have your friends visit or whatnot. So to me, that basically means that the main island that you're creating is going to have to be pretty flexible if that's the case. Now, it may not be the case at all. Maybe we will have separate slots. Maybe we'll have extras. I'm not really sure yet. So a lot of that's still up in the air. So what that tells me is that basically starting from scratch and creating a new island surrounding this 3.0 update information means that I want to keep a pretty broad theme for the time being. So we're going to call this new island Cozybelle. I think it's going to be really fun. I want to keep kind of a broad theme for the time being. I do tend to love city core or town core. There's a lot of different themes I have swirling around in my head. If you're like me, once you heard about this 3.0 update, I had about a million different themes popping through my head about how I wanted to envision all these different extra 3 islands and the spaces and what I wanted to do between garden core and town core and city core and grandma core and castle core. I have all these different cores just rocking through my head right now. Of what I wanted to envision this island to look like and all these extra islands surrounding it. So that being said, we also want to keep our villagers flexible, because if we're only allowed to invite villagers from our main island onto these 3 additional islands as we're creating them to be able to save that new dream, and we're not able to amiibo them directly onto the slumber island, that means the only way to get those specific themed villagers onto that slumber island as we're building it is to invite them from our main island, which means we would have to amiibo them to our main island and then invite them to the slumber island.
Huh?
Does that make sense? So my thought for this island is to keep it, I definitely want to make it cute. I want to give a cozy vibe because, as you all know, Animal Crossing has always been a very fun and cozy game regardless of whatever theme you choose to make on your island. So that's why we chose the name Cozybelle. I want this to be a forever island, and I want it to be something that regardless of what themes we end up choosing to do on the Slumber Island, and regardless of what we find out about the custom design code slot situation and about what we choose to do for the themed villagers on the other Slumber Islands, it sounds like we're going to have to be pretty flexible on this main island. So, that being said, I want to make sure that the theme of this island is pretty flexible, at least for the time being. So we're going to do something fun. I'm thinking like maybe a town core style island, something that has fun, cute coziness surrounding it, but something that is definitely something we can change up, either pertaining to the seasons or the holidays, because I want to keep it forever. And it's something that I want to be able to change up every now and then if I want to. Something that if I want to change the custom design codes to kind of go along with some of the Slumber Islands, and even for that matter, if I want to change up the villagers to be able to invite them over to the Slumber Islands, I have the ability to do that without completely destroying the vibe of the builds on this island. But I've definitely gone through and done a lot of research on Pinterest to get some inspirational pics and ideas for some really fun path just to kind of work on this island, because I do want to spend some time in the upcoming weeks working on some fun, cozy builds together. Oh, looks like we have mums, by the way, for our flower. I'm kind of just checking everything out on this island as we're kind of chatting on here, but mums are a pretty good flower, I'd say. It definitely goes with the neutral cozy core vibe on here. So we're going to go with something a little bit more neutral and fun and beautiful. I feel like this time of year especially is a time of year when most of us are thinking about coziness and warm things and all the comfort of life right now. And so I think it would just be really fun to working on some fun, neutral, and cozy vibes for this island. Maybe some town core builds, definitely some things that are versatile for an island, and definitely some inspirational areas that you could maybe use to take back on your islands and just kind of work together on this island. After all, everything pertaining to this 3.0 update is kind of really embracing community, and that's what Animal Crossing is all about. So why not share this whole journey together and just come up with something fun and cozy. All right, we're gonna speed through this little storyline over here and get synced with real time, but I hope you're excited about this new journey. I really am. I'm looking forward to everything that Slumber Island has to bring for this 3.0 update. I'm really excited about how the hotel is going to play into this and more of the decorating. So it'll be really interesting to check all of that out come January 15th. But in the meantime, I thought it would be really fun to kind of start this new island, start cataloging all of the goodies and items for Animal Crossing on this new island together, and just get everything prepped and ready to go. So what do you think? What would you like to see for the theme on this island as far as keeping something kind of simple and cozy and fun? Let me know in the comments, because I always do love to hear from you guys. I'm going to go ahead and put a post up with a poll so you can vote for what you would like to see for this island in the meantime while we're waiting for the 3.0 update, so that you can vote and let me know what you would like to see for this island theme, because I do very much value your opinion in this channel, and we're a community, so I'd really like to hear what you think. But let me know in the comments, and let me know what you're working on for your island, and are you starting over for the 3.0 update? Let me know. It's definitely a huge undertaking to start from scratch, I will tell you that, but I feel like this is a really great opportunity to completely start over and just kind of start from the ground up. It'll be really fun to start this new journey on Cozybelle. Here's a look at the map. You can see our layout. I think it's going to be really fun to decorate that island in the middle. I do have some fun ideas on how we can decorate that. And regardless of what we end up doing for the theme of this island, I do love shopping for custom design codes. I found some really cute ones on Pinterest, so I plan on sharing some of those as we do some fun little builds on this island for cozy season. I'm just really looking forward to spending some time together building up this island. Just as a reminder, you can find me on Instagram at Peppy Crossing Play. I will be posting fun pictures of the progress of this new island journey, as well as any pictures from our subscriber island tours. I'm really excited to share what you guys have been up to, and I'm putting together a fun project for the end of the year to kind of go over what everyone else in this community has been up to. If you enjoy this type of content on the channel, be sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already. It really, truly does mean the world to me, and it helps our little channel grow here on YouTube. All right, friends, wishing y'all an amazing day. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.